Hello and welcome back one final time to the MDL Chengdu Major Qualifiers. My name is Nomad and this is Gambit Esports versus Flowers game number 2. Game number 1 was pretty successful for Gambit, I think I could say. I mean, it was a pretty slow game, all things considered, considering how far ahead they were. But they did take a long time to kind of close it out, but their Void was pretty unstoppable, and Gambit were able to take the victory in the end. Now, game number 2, and they're going to open things up with a Magnus Jug. Flowers did respond with the classic Wyvern counter, which hasn't really worked so far today. Every team we've seen take the Magnus Jug has won with it. We'll see if Gambit can keep that streak going, but a Pugna is also going to be used to try and fight up into this. Gambit then, to enhance their team fight, have taken up an Earthshaker and an Oracle to offer a bit of save as well, a bit of extra oomph for the Juggernaut. Meanwhile, Flowers have brought the Rubik and the Slark to the engagement. Who, of course, has a lot of good spells to steal in this game for the Rubik, especially if he can grab that Empower off the Magnus and empower his own Slark. Could increase his farm quite significantly. Meanwhile, we've banned out the Beastmaster and the Razor as the final 2 picks. Now both teams looking for their mid laners in the final part of the picks.
Radiant team pick.
Well, I guess not actually, as Flowers have picked up the Kunkka. They're going to go for the Omni Knight in the offlane and then allow the Kunkka to lane at the mid, which makes a lot of sense, and the Omni Knight can do a great job in buffing up the Slark, so it feels like it's going to be a big fat Slark versus a big fat Juggernaut. We'll see who is fatter in the end, who tips the scales. Meanwhile, Gambit classically go for the Invoker, the same as every other Juggernaut mag. They are also comboed up with an Invoker to offer that alacrity to the Juggernaut. And they're just going to try and put him on the front lines and see if he can just 1v5, basically. And it's worked so far, and with the Oracle and the Earthshaker, it's going to be real hard for them to actually initiate onto Dream and try and take him down. So I'm feeling pretty good about Gambit for this one. They've just completely stolen the strategy which Pod of God's been using and trying to utilize it themselves. Meanwhile, Flowers, they're going for something a little bit more original, but still something we've been seeing a lot of recently. The Wyvern hasn't really worked out versus the Juggernaut so far. I don't think it will this game either. It doesn't really look like there's anybody here that wants to be sitting within ulti range of that Jug, so I can't really see any opportunities for a big ultimate from Ekanat. Interesting that they picked the Invoker into the Kunkka though. I mean, Kunkka is considered the Invoker counter. I mean, it's just very easy for Kunkka to play that lane. He does a lot of damage to the Invoker. He constantly keeps him forced onto his Quas levels. And he can out CS him with Kraken Blade as well. Hidebringer. And then he also got a lot of kill potential when Invoker's kind of too squishy to survive a level 6 combo from the Conquer, so it's pretty scary times in the middle lane for Gambit, but overall, their side lanes are looking pretty sexy right now, so I feel like Flowers are probably going to draw even in this laning phase if things go to the book, but they rarely do. Especially when we have this kind of inequality in the quality, and inequality in quality. We know that Gambit are the better team, you know, they just proved it last series, I would say, you know, they just made a lot of outplays across the map. Flowers maybe getting a little bit twitchy, a little bit emotional when they're on the back foot and end up slipping and falling, and then it's just a slow slide to death from them. Gambit, meanwhile, they've got a lot more cool, calculated. They've made some nice plays. They've been bringing their A game to these qualifiers, so I'm expecting Gambit to take the victory. We'll see if Flowers can upset things. Your Stack 186 have been doing the same thing. I mean, they've been the open qualifier team who no one was really looking at, but they've been doing a fantastic job and taking down a lot of players, a lot of teams. I mean, taking a draw versus Navi was fairly significant. See if they can keep it going. Again, it's going to be the Magnus in the offlane rather than Magnus 4 or Magnus 5. And he's just going to be taken to the front lines, basically, and I highly doubt he'll go for the Empower, especially versus Slark. I mean, you're not really going to get to lane much versus Slark, but actually the Invoker's in here, and I don't think they expected this. And with the totem coming down, they might be able to finish picking up, but no, he gets the Arctic Burn, gets his way across the map, and can actually turn around and get a couple of hits of harassment in here as well as Shashlo comes forward, but I'm not too sure why. There's not much he can do about this, and he's actually going to lose some more stats to the Slark. What a great start to the game, and they'll even tip over GPK as well. Gambit. They initiate a little bit too hard onto a Wyvern who just outpaces them. So a nice little play from Ekanat to hold that skill point and then get away with Arctic Burn. You'd normally level up Arctic Burn anyway, but still, a nice little escape there. Slark would have been likely to make the same play with Pounce if they go on him anyway. Though he did end up living up the Essence Shift, fighting up into the... So, we'll see. Meanwhile, down at bottom, Dream, FNG, pushing at Sadoy. Purification, going to secure that range group. Yeah, I mean, the aim needs to be to get Dream as good a lane as possible. Actually, scratch that. The aim of the game needs to be to give Dream as good a game as possible. They want him to have all the space he wants, all the items he wants, anything he wants in this game. Dream should get it.
That was not wise.
I wonder if that's something Flower can take advantage of. Maybe that's the key to cracking the Magnus Jug. Ush throwing the BM. Meanwhile, the Slark actually split away from the creeps here. Gonna miss out one CS from that. Not bad, not bad. Oracle taking some damage from Sadoy here as well. Sadoy just pumping down with that hammer. Meanwhile, Goddamn also gets chased down by the Jug, but Jug unable to finish off the kill. Goddamn can pop the salve and just get straight back to business. Meanwhile, in the middle lane, Invoker playing with Ush. Shaker, is he okay here? He's kind of being chased as he dodges out the pounce from the Slark, but Slark needs a couple more hits. Ekanat, does he have anything? He doesn't. He's looking for the Splinter Blast, but doesn't quite get it. So the Earthshaker is just about going to survive as Shashlo hides in the trees, just trying to get whatever he can from this lane, but you can't really come close. But this is never going to be a good lane for Gambit. I mean, Slark, Wyvern, there's already a lot of harass coming out, and Magnus, the only mobility spell he has is Skewer.
First blood.
What?
I've been
Oh.
wanting to say that
No,
since this all began.
Oh dear. Example. Really big mistake right there. Not waiting the full 30 seconds before denying himself to the tower, and that's actually giving first blood to Slark. I was like, did I T-Toss? No, I definitely didn't T-Toss that. Slark is right in front of me. There's no way I missed Slark getting a kill. Does he have an Orb of Venom? Well, he does, but it didn't last that long. But yeah. Was indeed just waiting a little bit too impatiently for the tower there. And that's a fairly critical mistake, because now the Slug just went from having a decent lane to having a really good start to the game. What is coming out in the career towards him now? It's just a ton of stuff, okay? Just, oh, it's actually just some tangos for him. Never mind. Okay, well, there you go. Still, tangos helping the lane. There's an important note, everybody. You are playing a hero, and you're not bringing out regen to lane when you need it, then you're a silly Billy. I don't like you. Nice use of the Quelling Blade there to make sure he gets a range creep. Being certain, though not so nice not getting that melee creep, but who cares about melee creeps? You want the range creeps. Just down at the bottom, Gambit having still not a fantastic time. I mean, Dream should be having a better time down in the bottom lane, I feel, but Sadoy has just been super annoying and up in his face on this Omni Knight. Ooh, it's... No, there's something going on here. Getting a little bit close to each other for some reason, but UPK and Kunkka, gonna be having a fairly passive time. I don't think anybody really gets a huge advantage in this lane. Actually, I say that. I mean, it's classically a very Kunkka-favored lane, but when you go for the Crossworks on Invoker, I think that changes a bit. And you can sort of play the lane a little differently with Cold Snap and Tornado. And that's the thing, right? We've seen this from so many Kunkkas. They just use Cold Snap and Tornado to just secure the lane. So, like, even if they're having a horrible time, they're still going to keep even on CS because they just use the Tornado to grab CS and use the Cold Snap to deny CS. Meanwhile, up in the bottom lane, there you go. Goddamn and FNG are both going to go down and Dream, having to run away from Sadoy, so he's chasing hard. He's got the mango, he's got the heal, and he gets the kill. Flower, they're making some pretty big plays down here. But FNG is going to TP in again, and you'll be able to grab that one. That was a little bit of a mistake from Sadoy. You need to stay in the trees and just wait for that heal to come in a little bit more, but then the Juggernaut comes in and then you got problems. Maybe it's just better to give the kill to the Oracle. I'm not too sure. Even up in the top lane, there's a little bit of a fighting over the magic. Oh, nice charge back, but they're not able to block the pounce, so Barra still able to get away, although I say that. He's still taking some hits here. But Shashlow's given up. Shashlow wants the creeps, Shashlow wants to get a bit of advantage, and Barra is just going to have to go back under the tower until the Wyvern makes his way over to him.
Much obliged.
Like a child running back to his mum.
Step
Disgusting.
lively now. Your admiral is on board.
Dream is doing okay down here. Again, you know, after that death, it feels pretty bad, and they're trying to go onto Sadoy right now, but Sadoy, he's fine. He's just going to heal himself up and keep on surviving. There's no kills to be had, really. Ara, looking for Earthshaker. Ekin can make his way over the cliff as well with Arctic Burn shortly, so they do really want to go for this kill. They can, but feels like a bit overcommit. Yeah, it is. Example's pinging out as well, and there's actually a rotation from FNG even, so really defending this top lane, which means that Dream might be a little bit vulnerable at bottom. Goddamn is farming this Centaur, apparently. Fair enough, 62 gold, and yeah, TP up top. They are really going hard in this right now. In comes Dream, and what can they really do here? Eknar's going to be the target. Meanwhile, the Slug... Oh, Usher's on the cliff. They've got the vision on him as well. Can they keep him up here? Well, they're going to try and go for the kill. Spin's coming out. FNG's right-clicking him as well. Meanwhile, GPK gets a kill onto Ekenhart on the sidelines. Ush throws down the boat. What? How did he get a kill up there? Not... Oh my god, FNG. That's not a good idea. Now, Ush does have a TP, but they might just want to keep him up here. In fact... That seems to be exactly what they're doing. But that was the only ranged hero they had. So Ush is happy just to be a pyro up here. He's just going to dance around a bit. Can't TP out because there's a fish. Help. He's just spamming help from the cliff. Knart's coming over. He's like, I'm coming, buddy. Don't worry. That's pretty funny. Alright, the team's coming over, you know, they want to defend this guy as he TPs away. Example's still near enough to offer a fissure though, so can't TP out just yet, just being patient on the cliff. Maybe he can get another kill from up here, who knows? Eknar's being beaten down though, he tried to help out the Kunkka, but unfortunately will not happen. And now we're coming up on about a minute and a half of this Kunkka being up on this cliff. About 6:30 is the time he was cliffed. Sorry, 7:30 was the time he was. No, 6:30 was when he was cliffed up here. And he was very much stuck. I mean, Sample is happy just to kind of lane and sit up here and camp him. He can't TP. He can't do anything. Maybe an option could be to torrent boat around, you know, on the Earthshaker and just try and go for the TP. But I'm fairly sure the Oracle will just cancel it then. So they get the D ward at the very least. Slark comes in, helps him out with that. So now. They don't know what he's up to, so they're trying to go for the D ward, but they don't manage it. And now he drops a combo once again onto the Oracle, trying to bring him down, and FNG gets dropped, and now Ush can probably go for the TP. They've managed to force back Gambit. No! Oh, he knocked him down, though. He knocked him down. Okay, well, that was the ending to this ballad I did not expect. All right, fair enough. Example that needs to be a little bit more accurate with his pitches, I guess. What an interesting turn of events. Ush gets off the cliff, and it all gets back to normal. Yeah, I mean, it was pretty bad for him to be stuck up there for that long, but now to be free, hit some creeps, get to play Dota again rather than just spam out spells and taunts up on that cliff. Gotta feel alright. GPK's managed to farm a bit of an advantage in this mid lane. We'll throw it over to net worth and see how we're doing over there, and it is GPK on top. Oh, no, it's Sadoy on top. They're battling for it. For example, trying to get the bounty rune. Not going to happen though. Slark comes in and sneaks it away, but now they're looking for the return kill onto the Slark here. GPK is on top of him as well. They've got him rooted up, and Slark is going to be the target by now, but they can't actually bring him down. They split their decision making. GPK going for Goddamn instead, and I think that is the more realistic target as the Purifying Flames come through, helping him out a little bit here as a double heal coming out. It's pretty tasty, but they should still be able to grab this kill. It's going to take a while, but the Purifying Flames will finish the job, and Goddamn gets dropped. Meanwhile, Dream looking over towards Ekanat. He's not done. Oh, maybe he is. Never mind. Gives up there. They can look to pressure the tier 1 now, maybe, but, I mean, block is over. Ashlow as well. Backing up the Jug, and yeah, they want to try and get the, at least force an ultimate out of the Slark, and they should get it. He's waiting. He's waiting. He's going to use it now, and that's what they wanted, and they won't chase any further than that. Yeah, Slark with his ulti down just limits what he can do, how he can play. He can't really be aggressive any longer.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're doing it though. The Siege Creep is here. Dream is here. Shashlo is here. I mean, GPK can even alacrity the... Oh no, he doesn't have Exhort yet. Mind, let's pipe Dream.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Flower, they're... I mean, they've taken the bottom tower a little while ago, so... You know, they're all super salty about this trade. I would kind of expect them to try and defend it. I don't know why they wouldn't, but... I mean, I guess they just don't want to fight into this... Powered Jug, but... Jug does still need to get a fair few items before he can be that kind of raid boss, front-of-line hero. But that's now what the game kind of turns into, right? Because the Magnus, he's done with the laning phase now. He's going to come and help out a lot more. Oh, double stack. Can FNG make it? I think he's going to make one of them. Not sure he's going to manage both. No, that's too big of an ancient stack, but, you know, respect him for trying. Gotta give it a go, right? When you do it around the corner, it's kind of stutters the creeps a bit too much, makes it incredibly difficult to bring down. Yeah, Magnus is just going to be following this Jug around, making sure he gets some powers, making sure he gets nice and fat. They're actually going to try and heal him up with the healing ward as well and go for this ancient stack here. That should be relatively easy for him. The Purifying Flames heals and the healing ward. Dream's going to be absolutely okay.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Nice big stack. That's going to bring him up to his Yasha and put him on top of the net worth chart as well, so... A really important little play there from Gambit just to keep their Jug on top, making sure he's a big boy. But Usher's also taking a stack of his own. He didn't need any help to do it either, so... Not only is he probably going to jump to the top of net worth now, but he's also going to have a little bit of an XP advantage, I believe, over the Juggernaut as well, who has maybe sat a lot throughout this laning and jungling phase.
Radiant structures are fortified.
And drawn into mid. You know what, finish those? Yeah, he did. Dead. Earthshaker, wow. That's a very quick blink on the Earthshaker. Looks like he's been given a couple of lane assists. He goes and buys this from the side shop. He might be able to TP into mid and make a bit of a turnaround here because they've got the Invoker. Invoker's in some real trouble right now. Let's see what he can do. GPK saved by the Oracle, but Oracle might pay as a Winter's Curse comes in. Where is Example? Here he is. He's coming around the back. It's setting up to be pretty big. In comes the Echo Slam RP on top of it as well. Only catches out 2 in the RP, but the Omnis has got to follow up as well. Ush and Sidoi sent to the grave, and they're looking towards the Slark now as well. Doesn't have mana for a Shadow Dance just yet. Can pop the wand if he wants. Will he be able to get it off if he wants it? Does do so, but now getting blocked up. GPK with the blocks inside the Shadow Dance. Wow. That is some nice gameplay there from the Invoker, taking down the Slark and getting them 4 kills on the side of Flowers, and that early Blink Dagger from the Earthshaker coming in absolutely massive. I mean, look at the damage done in this. It's Earthshaker, 2,000 damage done at 13 minutes into the game. Is very, very good. Followed closely by the Oracle, actually, and then the Jug, and then the Invoker just coming in with those clutch spells, controlling up the fight very nicely indeed. Gambit, they take an extremely well-executed fight in the middle lane. And this, kids, is why you want to make sure your Earthshaker's getting lots of these last hits. Give him a lane, give him some money, give him some time. Allow him his Blink Dagger. He can make magical things happen for you. Talking of magical things, going for a smoke because there's matching going on top lane. Shashlo, well, he's going to go down the hill, but unfortunately Slark does follow him, and the Fade Bolt will finish his life. He's trying to think about something here, example, but you know, without this Echo Slime, it's a little bit brave to be roaming around on his own like this.
Don't mind if I do.
Gold for my
Is he looking for a courier? It looks like he's looking for a courier, but he's not going to find one. Oop, gets down a ward, nearly gets popped by the Winter Wyvern there, but it is nighttime, so he probably would have been safe anyways. Lark has a bit of an advantage now in this nighttime. This TP's coming. Shashlo and Dream. The Dream team, you could say. But there's 4 heroes
You're a trusty man.
converging on their location. There's only 2 of them right now, so could be difficult for them. But then again, they're not really very aggressive heroes. I mean,
Dire's structures
the extent of this gank is going to be sending the Slark in and then trying to back him up with Rubik, maybe steal a cool spell or something, but I'm not sure he wants to get rid of False Promise, really. Kind of a very good spell. Trying to move the Jug out of position, maybe force the spin. They get it. Yeah, this Slark cosmetic is cool and all, but it definitely gives away when you're using Dark Pact, which I think is not that value.
Radiant structures are fortified.
The other one's much more subtle, is what I'm saying. I'm going to use it now, but if we catch it the next time, just have a look at the chains, you know, it makes it way more obvious and does make a difference in a lot of games. Maybe in top tier games I already know when Slark is using the Dark Pact, but still, I wouldn't equip it.
A wyvern's
I think I have it and I don't equip it, honestly. I'm a power gamer. I'm more of a power gamer than Baraban is, and I'm not even pro. I'm just very sad.
Tower is under attack.
Diesel Blade is going to be the call for the Slark. Not going for a Midas or anything like that, so just kind of believing that he wants to keep pace, maybe get some kills, maybe just get involved in fights. I respect the aggression, but meanwhile over towards the mid lane. There is a push coming in from Gambit.
Is under attack. Radiant's
Oh dear.
top tower
Econot
is under attack.
doing his best to try and, you know, just disturb this push.
Radiant's top
Unfortunately, they have been seen, and the Fisher gets him in range of the EMP. And that's going to be a kill. The top tower finally will fall, but they lose Econot, and they might be losing their mid tower as well. Gambit probably want to push this one down, and Dream is certainly going to lead that charge with that Empower on him. Now there's actually an Oracle wrapping around the back, but the stolen spin helps Goddamn out rather a lot. Now GPK though, looking to respond though, lifting up the moment that spin ends. The Juggernaut tries to come in, but gets lifted back. Goddamn, trying to fight up in the front lines, but I think he might have bitten off more than he could chew here. The Rubik will fall, and they will protect this tower siege. In fact, they're going for more. GPK, he's going in deep right now. Nush is the target, but that's not someone he can bring down too easily as he gets dragged back into the middle. For example, holding back, doesn't have the blink for a little bit of time, so no big slams coming in. The RP is going to waff, but it doesn't really matter. Econart's going to drop all the same, where a tip comes in from his teammate as well. Everyone throwing out some giggles, having a good time. Gambit here, they know they don't really need the RP. RP when you can, and if you can't, well,
Dire's
right.
middle tower is under attack.
Coming around the back, they managed to get the Fisher off. Sorry, the Fisher? The Torrent onto Dream. But he did finish off the tower, so he's perfectly fine getting out here. Even if they lose 1 or 2 on the retreat, it's still a tier 2 tower, and they're not even going to do that. So Gambit getting away with kind of a lot right now. Not quite sure they should be letting this fly. Cartwheeling around the place. GPK. I mean, he's got a 4-star queued up. It seems like a pretty good idea, but right now he's going to have to be saved by the Oracle, but that save will come in nice and quickly here, and Oracle continuing to try and heal him up for the time being as Invoker forces them back with a Deafening Blast. Just got that second point in Exhort now. Not a bad amount of damage as, oh no, Dream! The Wyvern tries to save Sadoy, but ends up getting all those pounces jumped his way, and Sadoy's going to get run down by Dream as well. Meanwhile, the backlines of the fight, they manage to catch the Slark. Gambit catching absolutely everybody. All this going from the attempt on the Invoker, which absolutely fails, and now they're running into the Roche Pit. Gambit, we're having flashbacks of previous Mag Jug games today as they are running away with this one in a disturbing pace. And now with this Alacrity on the Jug as well, and the Empowerment, he is just ripping through Roshan. Half health already. Had any dreams about Flowers coming in to defend this one, they are just gonna be pipe dreams. There is nothing they can do about this. Roshan going the way of Gambit. No steals, no shenanigans. And Jug is gonna be absolutely terrifying now. As if he wasn't before. We're getting the 2 points and exhort. 100 bonus attack speed. A little bit of extra damage as well, just for fun. That actually is a pipe recipe. Queued up, so I'm not entirely convinced pipe is the right choice. I guess Conquer does a little bit of magic damage, but
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I don't know, it still feels a little weird. This could be a dead Earthshaker if he doesn't force stuff himself out immediately. He will not be able to do so. Although he's playing around his fissure fairly nicely here. Fortunately, with the torrent coming in, that will put an end to him. Oh no, Oracle tried to go for the save. And he's just going to end up giving his life away as well. It looks like he can ulti himself, which he will do. Winter's Curse on the backlines, holding still this Juggernaut. And now with the boat coming through, but he gets off the spin, so boat does nothing. They're looking over towards the Slark. Slark, though, has an ultimate as he gets up onto the high ground. Meanwhile, oh my god, the four-man skewer. What? Shashlo. Well, oh, okay. Celebratory RP. Meanwhile, Sodoi, he's getting omni-snatched off, but in comes that Wyvern to save the day once again. Dream struggling to get his damage off right now, but they will finally be able to bring down the Omni Knight. Slark, are you sure you want to go in on this one? He's looking towards Shashlo. Slark is trying to chunk away at him and nearly dying, but managed to get the Shadow Dance off at just the clutch moment. Shashlo's still being chased, but the heals from the Whip doing a lot. Oracle able to keep him alive, but no longer. And now Dream turning the damage off, turning the heat up onto Ush. GPK is on top of him as well with the Cold Snap, with that Vessel as well. They'll be able to bring down Ush eventually. There's a crit to finish the job, and a good jump forwards onto Ekanard as well. GPK immediately onto the next target, and they're going to bring down the Wyvern. That is everybody dead. It is a clean wipe onto Flowers, and the tips are coming out thick and fast onto Shashlo from that absolutely phenomenal four-man skewer. Without an RP. No RP involved, just a four-man skewer. That is barely...
Faith in fate restored.
Dire's structures are fortified.
High ground. Can't see the Dark Pact regardless of athletic.
A wyvern's breath.
For justice.
Well, we're 23 minutes in right now. Dream is thoroughly leading that net worth chart, and Flowers, they felt like they were doing a pretty good job playing around Gambit. You know, they're giving up Roshan, which is a bit of a mistake, but other than that, they're playing pretty well. In terms of the situation, you know, I mean, better than maybe we expected, but with that last fight, really looking now like Gambit is ahead. And they want to push down this bottom lane. They've got 2 towers to take, and they're going to attempt.
Dire's
Getting started on this
bottom
tier
tower is
1.
under attack.
Wasn't to stop them doing so. I mean, maybe they can get example, I guess. Ush sees him on the high ground here. Ush is pretty farmed. These Kunkers have been farming hard. I mean, Radiant's
Dire's bottom tower
Heaven's Halberd
has
Kunkers.
fallen.
We've seen a lot of them.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
But they're losing towers pretty heavily. Flower, they've taken up to this high ground, but I mean, their base is going to fall very, very quickly if they don't get back immediately. They genuinely need to come and defend this now, because Dream is going to go up onto this high ground. They played against this earlier. They know exactly how to play this. They saw ILTW, and in they go. Alacrity, 2 seconds, 1 second, and goodbye tower. Snap, snap, snap. And he's coming in thick and fast, and look at it just absolutely melt under Dream. They're going to fortify to the last second. 67 health left on it. They're going on to GPK actually on the backlines. But this is a real commitment? Not really. They're too afraid of Dream just jumping on them if they do this. They could just come in and finish the tower. Meanwhile, in the backlines, Wyvern playing around. This is a risky game they're playing, and there's a Winter's Curse coming down onto the Juggernaut. Just trying to set up for something here, but nothing really working. And Dream, he's happy to just run around. Coming up on the 25th minute now. The runes are about to spawn, but the Slark, they've actually managed to get that Shadow Dance out of him. GPK thinking of chasing for more, but I'm not sure any more than this is going to come their way. Gambit now, the Aegis runs out for them. Jump in. Wyvern caught out. Wyvern, he's going to go down, and there's your first kill off the engagement. It took a long time to come, but, well, it's not getting caught out. And goddamn, also looking at a really awkward situation right now. And, I mean, Flowers are just not bringing the numbers to this fight. The whole time, they've just been trying to farm up on their Slark, see what he can get, push in some lanes, but they're going to start losing their base right now as the tower does fall in the bottom lane. They can look towards opening up these barracks. The creeps are going to be coming in. There is one catapult holding them back for the time being. Dream, though. You can wait. The fortification's gone, dude. Attack. There we go. Slark. Now considering getting back. He's managed to farm himself up an ultimate orb in this time. What can he do? He just runs up at Dream, immediately starts attacking him, and look at the damage which is coming out onto him. It's just too much. Tornado going to rip through, not hitting anybody, but with the spin down, they're just going to be able to bring down the melee barracks. Dream being careful, they go for the RP, they grab it onto the Wyvern, dragging Wyvern back, but there's a boat coming down to the Juggernaut. Juggernaut's actually being controlled up pretty well here. He's also blocked out by a Fisher from his own team, so he's forced into taking this barrack. Now getting around the other side as the Wyvern buys back into this one. Dream might want to consider going for the Omni-Slash here, but the TP is cancelled. Quite sensibly at that, I would say. Meanwhile, the Slark uses the Diffuser Blade onto the Jug, just trying to play with him as much as they can, as GPK is in pretty deep here. 3 heroes surrounding him, but they can't seem to do much. The Oracle is behind. They've always got the threat of not just the save from him, but also of the Echo Slam from the Earthshaker as they ping him out and saying, there's an Earthshaker here, guys. Probably stop this guy as, there's some heavy hits coming out onto him, but he's able to get off that Dark Pact and get himself up to the high ground. Meanwhile, this whole time, Dream has just been pushing on racks. He's still doing so. That's a spin to work with as well. He gets back. And Gambit really backing out right now. I don't even feel like they need to. I think they can just finish this game if they just force Flowers. I mean, they're only 8k gold ahead, but their Juggernaut is just so monumentally massive. He's going to take out the Shrine, stop any wraparound. They've got the Slam. They've got the RP. Got a pipe, and here we go with the Wyvern Curse, and it's just onto the Oracle again. I mean, if they kill the Oracle off here, then it could be big, and they might be able to do so, but the 4-star forward, keeping the Oracle alive, he's able to keep himself out of this situation, and now they push Slark up onto the high ground, just forcing him out of the fight. They try to get Dream up there as well, but he says no. Meanwhile, there's a stun coming out, and they manage to take down the Wyvern, and that is your team fight changer gone. FNG does finally get finished off by Ush, but Ush gets killed in response, which is not a good trade. Your save might be gone, but so is your threat of killing anybody. Slark going to come and try in and make something happen with this, and again he just force them both up onto the cliff. He'll be able to get himself back down again by pouncing back down the cliff. Sadoy has to TP and leave his Slark behind, and his Slark is dead and the GG is called. Game is over. Flowers will take the 2-0 loss. Dumple comes in, just dropping the Slam, dropping everything onto goddamn there to make it one final kill. Gambit Esports takes a victory 2-0, which means great things for them. They're able to bring themselves up into the higher side of this group. If we just have a look at the brackets over here, and we can see that in the standings in Group B, yeah, they're now going to be 1-1 along with JFS, Positive Guys, and themselves all tied in the first position for the group. Meanwhile, Navi and Flowers are 4th and 5th in the bad zone, in the zone where you do not want to be, in the zone where you are very likely to be eliminated if you don't pull out some better wins tomorrow. That's exactly what they're going to have to do. Unfortunately, you're going to have to watch that with somebody else, as tomorrow you are not going to have me for CIS, but I'm going to be moving over to EU. I hope you enjoy watching the games tomorrow, and I'll certainly be keeping an eye on how these teams are doing, because it's been a lot of fun casting all these different CIS stacks playing through in Group B. Hoping to see a better performance from Navi tomorrow, and hopefully Flowers can find themselves a victory, because it's been a pretty brutal day for them. With that, I'm going to sign off. It's been approximately coming up. Oh, we need 4 more minutes until it's 11 hours straight of casting, solo casting for 11 hours. I mean, you know, I ain't got nothing on Grant. You know, he's pretty next level, but you know, it's a fair achievement. I'm going to say goodbye now, but again, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed the day, then please follow me on Twitter. I'm Good Spit.